Hey y'all, it's Wrestling Color Podcast right here on YouTube. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you subscribe. Ugh. Make sure you follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. Those are the only two places I'm on social media. I'm no longer on Twitter. That was explained in the previous video. Fuck waiting, do it now. Um, Let me see what else. Hit me in the comments. I love conversating with y'all and subscribe. So what we talking about? We talking about Mustafa Ali because Mustafa Ali has not been on TV since I want to say Survivor Series 2021. So he wasn't on Survivor Series. I believe his last time he was on television, and I'm gonna say it was like October 11th. Um, he hasn't been prominent on WWE television for a very long time. He had to he was running after the championship. He did a lot in the cruiserweights if you watch 205 live. He did a lot over there. Um and for the most part he just been a runner. He just be running after shit and not getting nothing. They put him in retribution for all of 2021. For 2020 and 2021 it seems like because when he came back July 20th of 2020, he was teaming with Alexander and Ricochet. And in that episode they defeated MVP Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin. Then he went to the Raw brand and he competed on main event. And I remember he used to promote those matches. Go watch us. We on main event. Then he went back to Raw and he was teaming with Ricochet and Apollo Crews. Child, I don't know what it is with Apollo, but whatever. They defeated the Hurt Business. They end up breaking up the Hurt Business. I don't even know. It was just so much. And then he was revealed to be the leader of the Retribution, which was a failed attempt at mocking, um, protesters and things that were going on during 2020, which was the whole outbreak of social unrest in the wake of the George Floyd murder. Okay, so this is WWE's attempt to mock them with Retribution. All right. And then that went on and on and on. They just proceeded to lose to the Hurt Business. And then they lost to the New Day. And they lost to Kofi Kingston. And then he blamed everything on Kofi Kingston. And then, he got injured. At Royal Rumble, he came in at number 4 and put Xavier Woods out, but he got eliminated by Big E. On an episode of Raw, he faced Riddle for the championship, lost. He got another rematch at Fastlane, lost. Uh, Reckoning and Slapjack, who I think Slapjack is going now. Um, they Mason T-Bar attacked him, and Reckoning, which is me and Yam, she going. That was a whole mess. They end up disbanding. Since then, he was in a storyline with Mansoor, who is Saudi Arabia's golden boy. He's only usually gets rolled out when they go to Saudi Arabia, but he's been on TV. And by the way, these are two good looking Muslim men. So I'm not really understanding the problem with Vince, but I'm gonna get to the problem. So anyway, they went back and forth with Drew McIntyre and Ricochet, and he teaming and they losing, and it's like, oh, Mansoor's so happy and he's just annoyed, and they're doing pretty much the same thing they do with Randy and Riddle. Riddle is jumping all over the place, and Randy's like, "Give me a break, calm down." Like, whoop to whoop to whoop to whoop to whoop. So on an episode of Raw, October 29th, I believe. If it was Raw or SmackDown, well, whatever. It was one of those episodes where he cut a promo, and I just was like, I know they're not about to do this. Excuse me. I said, I know they're not about to pull this fucking ethnic bullshit because they don't know what to do with this man. And I don't like it. So he cut some promo about people choosing to root for Drew McIntyre, and people are rooting against him. He said the only reason you all choose to root against me is because my name is Mustafa Ali. And everybody in the audience is like, what? We rooting against you because you a heel. Ain't nobody fucking care about your name because any other time we cheering you. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So he throws the mic down and he's looking all fucking crazy. And we like, what? And so you go to the comments of this tweet a couple days after this happened, and they like, people's like, don't. I tweeted, please don't do this fucking storyline. Wherever the fuck you finna go to, it sounds like y'all finna do some ethnic bullshit, and I think it's stupid. Somebody was like, please don't do this storyline. Like, this is stupid. Please don't change his name. No, please don't. And they got pictures of the Muslims when they had changed them, turned them into like bad guys, because that's all they know how to do. And he was like, yes, under the picture. And everybody's like, yeah, don't do this storyline. Somebody said, yeah, let's not. And it was like, okay, we're not here for this gimmick. Like, it goes on and on and on. The last person that tweeted that I'm gonna read, it said, we're really playing the ethnicity card here. He's not the Sheik. This isn't the 80s. Wrestling fans are smarter than that today, and they root against you because you're heel. I thought Bruce Pritchard was running creative. Don't insult our intelligence with this angle. And we go on and on of people basically telling him, don't. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Don't. This is stupid. Please don't. Stop. Oh my God. Emergency. 911. Call an ambulance. All of this. So since then, Mustafa hasn't been, on TV for a while. And I do know it's because he just gave birth to a really pretty baby boy. Pretty baby boy. But the sad thing is, he came to it's a girl named Dua. He came to, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. He came to taping, and they didn't have anything for him. So, like I said, he was in a alliance with Mansoor, and you know, it just really wasn't nothing going on. So, knowing he got paternity leave for that, but then we go back to his booking, and so he said in a tweet from November 13th that he made a statement that people deemed controversial, but his intentions were to bring a beautiful vision to life. Unfortunately, for reasons beyond my control, I won't be able to do that. And in reality, I want to share with you what could have been. Now, he has a video of him with the American flag over his face and saying that he is the new American. He is the American we all need to get behind, and basically the same bullshit. And it's just like, I don't even know. I don't, it's really weird. Then again with his booking, I come across an article not too long ago. I don't think it's long ago. But I come across an article from November 12th of 2020, so it's been a year, where Mustafa Ali explains why he let WWE mispronounce his name for years. And he says basically, um after addressing the name issue in his character, Ali seemed to give a more thoughtful take on a response in a fan comment, responding to another Twitter user who asked why he never corrected the mispronunciations of his name, but he acknowledged the fears over upsetting higher-ups within the company by raising concerns on how his foreign name was being handled. So this is the question. They're supposedly saying it wrong the whole time. Why did you let them say it wrong without telling you? When someone says my name wrong, I correct them. And he said, I was afraid of what would happen. I was terrified my name would be too difficult to pronounce, so it would have taken away. And it happened. I had to fight for my name. Now I'm fighting for it to be pronounced correctly, and I don't expect people to understand the weight of all that. Now, black people, we understand the weight of all that because this was a black person that asked him that question. So they took his name away and start calling him and then and then they gave him back his name because he fought for it. Not only does Ali have his first name back, and then they put him in this retribution bullshit, and he was going through the motions with that. So That was interesting about his name. Okay. And then, you fast forward to all of the stuff that he's been doing, and outside of his daughter being born, which is understandable, we took a break for that, there is no creative for him. Basically, that's what is going on backstage with Mustafa Ali. And I find that to be egregious and weird. So he's just been on leave since his paternity leave is pretty much up, but there's nothing for him. And he hasn't been on the road since Survivor Series. And I think that's egregious because Mustafa Ali is a damn good worker. He works hard. Right now, right now on his Twitter, he's showing you his back. He giving you muscles. He's showing you what's going on. He's reminding you that he pinned Daniel Bryan. Now he's posting these weird memes. I don't know what's going on with that. It's just two X's and a smiley face. I don't know what's going on with that, but he's in the ring practicing, keeping fit, doing his thing. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just go ahead on about my business on this one. The reason why there's nothing for Mustafa Ali to do is because WWE is run by white men who take every single stereotype for whatever ethnicity and stupefy that shit. That's why you got Drew McIntyre putting the claymore into tables and pulling the shit out like Thor and swinging it around like he nuts. That's why you got Sheamus acting like an Irish brawler, and then you got the other guy that's with him got a little a jack in his hand, and he's a English brawler. Like, they take every stereotype they could think of and stupefy that shit. Black people speak up on it. We don't like it. We don't want to see it because we dealt with it for centuries of you making fun of black people, their appearance, and their ways of life. Um, Stereotypes exist in every ethnicity, but that don't mean you got to put that on screen. Sheamus being a drunk barroom brawler is a stereotype that he's using. That came in when he was feuding back and forth with Jeff Hardy, and they had that ballroom fight. He come in with a fucking bowler hat and some suspenders, and he working his body like they in Pinky Blinders, and I'm like, well, what is this? What we doing? Everything has some type of connection to their ethnicity and their culture, and I mean, don't make it cartoony. I think it's fabulous that someone like Drew McIntyre wears a kilt to the ring and he big and muscular and shit, because that's his culture. But that motherfucker ain't walking around with no claymore. He ain't Braveheart. But in WWE world, he is. Now, if you're a regular white man, you just get a regular white man generic, promo to do. That's why fucking Baron Corbin is stuck where he at. Because he's just a regular white man. Ain't really nothing going on with him. Now, I don't know why this Madcap Moss bullshit. Madcap is a word from like the 1940s. That's why a lot of y'all didn't know what the fuck that was. Don't nobody say, oh, he's just doing madcap behavior. Child, anyways, by Mustafa Ali. So Mustafa, being a Muslim, being of Pakistan and Indian descent, he can't play the Indian thing because you got Jinder Mahal playing an Indian, even though Jinder Mahal ain't Indian from India. He Indian from Canada, whatever. Can't be that. You can't really. You can do the Pakistan thing because Mansoor is Saudi Arabian, but then you Muslim, so we can't really put you in like the whole Muslim, the whole outfit and the headpiece and have you roll out there like a fucking Saudi Arabian oil king who's coming to ruin America. We do that already. We done did that already. And Mustafa has said that he doesn't want to do that. He said when he comes to the ring, he wants to change that look of what a Muslim is in wrestling. He said he don't want to do the stereotypes, right? And I found that refreshing. It's just like, why does he have to see that? Does he have to deal with something like that? And he said he said I was 16-year-old who loved WWE and I wanted to be a pro wrestler, but I didn't understand why I had to be the bad guy. I wanted to be like Jeff Hardy. I wanted to be like Rey Mysterio, but I was told I had to be a bad guy who screamed terrible things about America and tapped people from behind. 16 years later, Ali goes to continue to break down the perceived ideas. I want the next 16-year-old kid who looks like me to know he's not automatically the bad guy. Hopefully that kid can look at Mustafa Ali. Hey, he's not the bad guy, and I don't have to be one either. Everyone in the world, regardless of they're Muslim or not, does not have to adhere to the label society slaps on you. No one defines you and what I'm fighting for. And I watched the first season he has a show called The Secret Life of Muslims, which I don't even know where it's at. And they had a comedian named Ahmed, and he was the exact story I want to do, except he's in the realm of Hollywood. He wanted to be an actor, but he was only cast for the bad guy terrorist type roles. And when he went against the system and said he wouldn't do it anymore, he got backlash from it. Eventually he went to comedy and found his place in Groove, which is exactly the same thing that happened to me. Xenophobia has long played a role in pro wrestling as the evil prince from Saudi Arabia. I was at a point in my career where I just caved in depression. I played the evil foreigner role. There's a specific show in Chicago I still remember vividly. I was standing ringside and there was a 6-year-old boy in the front row who put his fist up to me. And all I could see was hate. And I remember locking eyes with him and I immediately thought that I was teaching this child how to hate. Wrestling is a reflection of society. And it does what and impact and it does have impact on people. When I played the bad guy, I got all kinds of bookings. But the moment I didn't want to do it, it all went away. But why am I the bad guy? Because someone looked at me and did see something terrible years ago? I'm from Chicago. I'm a former police officer. I'm married. I have 2 kids. I don't want people to think us versus them. I want people to think we. So far, Ali has stuck to his guns, and I just want the best for this guy. I need him to be booked properly. What I would like to see is Ali put into the mid-card picture fighting for the WWE, either Intercontinental Championship or the United States Championship. That's what Ali should be doing when he comes back. Put him in a match with Damian Priest, who right now is faltering. I know Sami Zayn is probably going to win that Intercontinental Championship at day one. And when he wins, if I forgot where Mustafa Ali's at, put him in the program with Sami Zayn. We never seen it. It'll be something fresh. Or if he's on the other brand, put him in the program with Damian Priest. If Damian Priest still has his belt by day one, that's it. That's what I want for Mustafa. Stop trying to push this stereotypical bullshit on people. Because I keep telling y'all, representation matters. It's not just a black thing. It's a whole ethnicity thing. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hit me in the comments. I think I said that twice. Thumbs up the video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.